Growing wealth takes a lot of time and a lot of hard work. Welcome to our weekly financial segment. I'm your coach, Irene. Now, this week, we're going to look at 6 money habits that can grow your wealth in 2024. A lot has happened with us when it comes to our finances, and in most cases, we don't pay attention to advices or to what matters. We do what pleases us. That's why we're not able to grow finance, our businesses, or increase our wealth. But in 2024, that has to change. It is never too late to begin. So let's start our segment with the 6 money habits that you need to know, or anybody that is looking after or looking forward to grow their wealth can adopt in 2024. Number one is the vision. It is important when you think of growing wealth to think of the vision. Visualization is very important when it comes to financial management and planning. In most cases, people don't even think about what they want to do. They just do what others are doing without focusing on what they want. So while you think of the vision, you have to ask yourself these 2 questions. What do I want to buy? And what do I want to own? So if you can answer those 2 questions, you will be able to visualize the kind of life you want to have. Now, those 2 questions can only be answered when you lay goals and strategies that will enable you achieve them. And it is important when you're laying down your goals and strategies to start small and medium and grow. Most times when we're starting our vision, we tend to put goals that are a little bit optimistic. They are not achievable according to the plan, according to your finances. They are not achievable. So it is important you start small and then grow big. So that is the vision, and it leads us to yet another important aspect when you are growing your finances. That is your opinion versus other people's opinion. Now, most people don't have their own voice. They do things because other people are doing it. They do things because of criticism. It is important that you consider your own opinion and ignore others, especially those criticisms that criticizes what you have. Let's take this example. Imagine yourself buying a car. You're buying a car, and because people maybe are criticizing the car you have, that it is old. Now that is a big no in 2024. It is better you first hold on and get yourself together. You should buy things like cars, things like other assets because you are ready, because you can, because you want them, because you need them and you can account for it, and you have all the money to buy it at the right time. So try to ignore the criticisms concerning what you have, because when you make your decision based on what other people say about what you have, then it will affect your vision, it will affect what you're going to own, it will affect your finances, and you can even run bankrupt. Another important thing is number 3, key important money habits that you need to look at is research on the kind of life that you envision. Research is very important, guys. It is relatively important like the vision. If you like a certain lifestyle and you want to own it, you want to have it, it is important that you research on that lifestyle. The people living that lifestyle, how do they maintain it? How do they get there? How do they achieve it? So that you plan towards having that lifestyle. And also it is important that as you research, try to relate with your findings. So if you like that lifestyle, try to live with such people. If you have friends that live that kind of lifestyle, try to mingle with them, ask them how they made it to the top, how they are able to maintain that kind of lifestyle, so that you're able to incorporate it in your plan. So the number 4, which most of us are in, and we can't run away from it, but yes, we can if we want to. That is debt freedom. Now, debt is something that we can all do away with, but of course, getting loans and getting some money from the bank to finance your investment here and there is not a bad thing, because that is another way of financing your projects and investment. However, try your best to be debt free. It is so important to have debt freedom in your life. You know, most times people think that debt, when you borrow money, like you get a loan from the bank or from a friend, you're actually moving forward. That's what debt does. It helps us to think that we are moving forward because our projects are running, our projects are moving forward, and we are seeing a little bit of change, we are seeing some progress. But at the end of the day, if you do not come out of debt, if you don't make repayment plans or payment plans for those debts, you're going to end up bankrupt, or worse, you can even be in prison. We have seen so many people, key figures, public figures, ministers, artists, that end up in prison because of debt. They got the money was useful, but they failed to make a payment plan for that debt. So it is very important, if you're going to be successful, if you're going to grow your wealth in 2024, make a payment plan for your debts if you have the debts. If you can avoid the debts, even the better. So that leads us to our number 5, and that is financial management. Now, when we talk about debt, we cannot fail to talk about financial management. Now, financial management is so wide in that most people tend to think it is so big, I can't do this, I can only afford to do that. But that is not the case. You can actually manage your money. Financial management, in simple terms, it is all about putting those little strategies and goals, and you be accountable for the money you have. You be accountable for the investments. You be accountable for your expenditures. Now, when we talk about financial management, it actually helps us to regulate our expenditures. When I talk of expenditures, I'm talking about the personal expenditures. That is personal finance. Personal finance, usually we focus on savings and expenditures. People are spending on utilities, we are spending on medical, and we are forgetting investment. You should also spend on investment. Don't only spend on utilities and you save some little money and you just remain at that level. You will remain at that level, and when economic crisis come, like inflation or floods, earthquakes, you will find yourself when you cannot manage the outcome. But when you invest, when you spend some of your money in investment, it helps you to maintain your status quo. It helps you to grow your wealth. It helps you to move a little bit more than from where you were, So, guys, it is so important that you should have a financial manager, or you should have a financial analyst, or you should have someone that can help you understand how to manage your money, how to manage your wealth. Because after working so hard, We don't want to see you going back where you were. You should be able to grow further and not backward. So that takes us to number 6, money habits to grow your finances in 2024. The final is investments. Guys, it will not matter if you've saved a lot of money. Money can be spent, money can get done, money can be stolen, money can disappear. How? It can disappear in inflation, it can disappear in crisis, it can disappear in expenditures. So you should not be comfortable with the savings that you have. Rather, you should always plan a percentage of your money and invest in something. Now, rich people maintain their wealth by apportioning a percentage of their savings as percentage of their profits into investment and reinvestment. We have seen the likes of billionaires worldwide, the likes of Bill Gates, the likes of Mark Zuckerberg. All these people usually spend part of their wealth in reinvestment and investing in other ventures so that they can grow their wealth, grow their finances, and maintain their status quo. But for some of us, we ignore that important bit of investment and reinvestment. That's why we are losing out in business. We are losing out in our finances, in our companies. The company is going down because we are not accounting for our monies. We are not budgeting well for our money. We are not bringing new ventures on board that can grow our money, but all that can be fixed if only you can get a portion of your money and invest in something. Now, guys, those are the 6 money habits that can grow your finances and even make you wealthy if only you can adopt them. Now, guys, always we give you the best because we need it. You should not have your businesses, have your company closed because you have failed to manage your finances. Financial planning is key. Accountability is key. It will not matter how much you've invested in. If you have failed to make more money, if you fail to sustain the business, if you fail to adopt goals and strategies that work for you. That's why we always give you our best financial coaching and business coaching. So guys, this week, that's what we had from you, for you, from our business and financial consultancy, proudly sponsored by Fine Finishings. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the Campasa YouTube channel, please do, because we always give you the best money habits, the best financial habits, and the best business habits. If you need any help in that line, do contact us. Until next time, it's been a pleasure sharing with you. Bye-bye.